message from you today.
I just left that not too long ago.
So, who am I speaking with here again?
My name is Holly.
Okay.
Holly, and I'm with the retention team here at Shaw.
Yeah, well, I noticed on your message that you realize that, we've been paying too much for our services anyway.
Yeah, you have, and you're in the service agreement too, so, you guys are paying a lot. We definitely want to help you guys out, and you've been with us for quite some time here, right? So, I don't know, did you listen to the whole message?
I did listen to the whole message.
Okay. So basically what we would do to, help you avoid paying that early cancellation fee, we would keep you on literally the exact same plan that you have right now. Nothing changes. The only thing that actually does change, and I'm sorry, is actually you get unlimited long distance. Because right now I know that you only get 500 minutes. We actually make it unlimited long distance, and that's free for the whole year. And then we would actually get you guys right down to 105 a month.
So what is our bill at right now exactly?
Oh, it was at like 193 before tax. So let me just do the math here. So 193 minus 105. So it's about $88 a month times 12. So you're going to be saving close to almost $1,100.
Yeah, and you guys know that we've been paying too much.
Yeah, of course. That's why, I'm definitely calling because of that.
So with that being said, this is a big part of why we are changing platforms and don't want to pay any cancellation fees, as we are the grantee for the grantor for you guys being able to operate in here for the last 10 years, and then full well with you admitting that you guys know we've been paying too much. Well, it doesn't add up to where to keep on going for a year, and now you lower our bill by $1,100. It almost seems like that should be a nil and void on our cancellation fees by my calculations, by what you said, knowing we're paying too much anyway.
Well, that's why we're calling, right? You are paying $193.90, but we honestly, the only thing is that, when you are paying too much, yes, you do have to unfortunately call in to try to get deals. That's just the way it works. That's the way it works with TELUS. That's the way it works with Bell, Rogers, all the companies. We don't have a team that just sits there and actually just calls out, day by day saying, hey, listen, you're paying too much. Let's give you a deal. I wish it were that way, trust me. But unfortunately, my job is we get a notification from the other provider, and then we call you, and that's how it works.
Yeah, isn't that funny? So they're basically in cahoots together to force action upon the people without their consent, of knowing that they're already paying too much to begin with, and then you guys rebut the claim of another person shifting in on the territory by calling the homeowner at that point, letting them know and informing them we have been paying too much. I have to dispute the bill to begin with. We have internet at 150 and there's no gamers in the house, and we question that, as well as the long distance. Now all of a sudden we're going to get free long distance. Well, our bill last month was $50 and should have been long distance, unlimited long distance all along.
But look, you were paying an extra $5 to have 250 minutes. I work for a special retention team. We don't offer these deals to everybody.
Yeah.
That's why I'm calling. This is what the retention team does, right? So that's how it goes.
So what was your name again?
My name is Holly.
What is your last name you go by?
I can't give you my last name. I'll give you my representative number though.
Okay.
Okay, it's K as in Kelowna, and then B85.
Okay. And what number did you give me there for the extension?
It's okay. I'll just give you the whole number again. Okay, it's 1877.
Yeah.
517.
Okay.
6518.
Okay.
Okay, and my extension is 523192.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, based on everything you said, that's very good to know that Shaw Cable knows. In the internal end of things, we have been paying too much for our services as of now, as you've been ever so graciously to state for the record for me and my records.
Yeah.
So you'll have to see our willingness to decline any further contract from you guys at this point, including that final bill now is going to be up for dispute. I will put that into my records and make appropriate measures if and when you guys decide to send me a final bill in lieu of the fact that your company knows we've been being overcharged. Your willingness to drop our bill for $1,100 constitutes that there is some sort of violation inside Shaw Cable system on itself, because we've so just for learning purposes for both of us, this call has been recorded for your protection and mine as well, just like you guys do to me.
Oh, for sure, absolutely. I get it, for sure.
So it's all good. I'm glad someone finally told me what I want to hear, because this helps me get out of my contract with you guys guilt-free, and then we'll just, if you guys decide to send us a final bill, well, that will be going somewhere else to a Consumer Protection Act for probably under investigation, because there's some things been done on our account without our approval and request anyway. And I've talked to.
If there's been things that have been done to your account, then definitely fight that. But it's not like you've been overcharged. I'm just saying that you're paying a lot for what you have. We work for a retention team, right, Laverne? So our job at the end of the day is to call customers that are planning on switching to another provider to try to save their business, right? All providers will give you at least a 1-year, 2-year promotion. After that, it goes back up to regular rates, right? So that's just how it works. That's just the nature of it all. And you'll see that with, TELUS as well. They do the exact same thing.
Are you a third-party agency then?
A third-party agency? No.
You're a retention team, so you're affiliated directly with Shaw Cable?
100%, yes.
Okay. So, but nonetheless, they want to keep our business, so they call you and give you a call and say, oh, by the way, you're paying too much. We know you've been paying too much. Your long-distance plan sucks. We could have been saving you money all along, and instead now that we're going to lose your business after being in business for well over 10 years, to try to attain your services, we're going to lower your bill by $1,100. Do you see the irony there? Do you understand?
Okay. I get it, Laverne, but I don't see any notes on the account that you've called in recently to try to get a deal or anything.
Yeah.
That's how it works, right? You have to call in.
I understand, but you guys have just actually done that, disproving your theory, because you are calling me now, where if there was an internal problem where there was billing and the company directly knows that person is paying too much, whether it's now or in the future, if you call upon the moment, I want to shift services, and tell the homeowner, us, that we are paying too much for your services and we want to save you money now, it's all in lieu of the fact that this is a bit of a scheme, actually. So had I not called, what you're telling me is you guys would have taken $1,100 more from us without telling us anything till the end of the contract. Now, for the contract to readjust the way you have the contract, you want to save us $1,100 by keeping us in business and trying to further contract with us. That's very unlawful procedure when you start dissecting it.
Laverne, I see where you're coming from, but at the end of the day, this is my job. I work for retention, so that's just the way it goes. I'll be sure to note your account here. Like you said, you've got each of our calls are recorded for quality purposes.
Sure.
So, you know what? I mean, at this point, Laverne, I know you've made up your mind, so we'll just, leave it
who is the
is.
authority above you? Who runs your division there?
I have a supervisor. They are in a meeting right now.
You guys have supervisors, okay.
Yeah.
What would be the supervisor's name there?
It's Phil.
Yeah.
Okay, and actually, you know what? Give me 1 second. He might actually be out of the meeting here. 1 sec.
Well, I'd like to be able to call him back at my convenience, actually, here. I don't
have a number that I can just give you for you to call. Give me 1 second. My support's right here. Just 1 sec. I got it on.
Okay, we're going to stop here. Continued part 2.